that, we have with us the founder director and the co-founder of Dobara, Madeen Ansari ma'am. Along with her will be the co-founder, Mr. Manish. Um, Ma'am firmly believes that disease is not, old aging is not something that is synonymous with disease and despair.
So we've been talking so much about gender and spaces. Now it comes to the reality of age being added on each second. Even as we talk, we are adding a second, a minute, a day to our lives. So the concept of aging from birth is inevitable. But as we go, I guess the word aging itself is sort of, she's aging very gracefully, but she takes it in stride. It's not all about looks, etc. It's about attitude. So with this concept, with having experienced our lives growing up around the elderly people, we come here to share our experiences with you and sort of let you know, okay, there is a lot of scope in this field and how we can all work together with Dobara as a platform for discussing, for thrashing out various issues. It's all about a space for the elders. It's all about, again, a gender bias where ladies are concerned. There are adult daycare centers where ladies are not seen at all. They are assigned various roles in the home. But as of now, I just want to start with a few personal experiences and how we went about it. So, being a gerontologist, I was away from the city for a long time, but somehow word gets around, I think, and there is a need for people to have, to cling on to someone who can help them in times of need. There is a need like that. Apart from family and friends, they need some sort of a professional help. So here, I'm talking about Dolly. Dolly is 81, and Dolly's husband is 85. Jaggi Srivastava is very active. He plays golf, he does everything, but he's also a very dedicated husband. After Dolly's surgery or whatever, some issues, she was not really advised to exercise or use her legs. She just became bedridden. It was not a major thing. It could be worked on, but an 85-year-old and an 81-year-old, if they are not reaching out for help, cannot resolve this. Somehow they approached us, and that's Dolly. Can you brighten it a bit? So in that picture, Dobara volunteers themselves are 80 and better, 70 and better. You can see our volunteers there, Bessie and Sukanya. They are avid Scrabble players. Dolly enjoys Scrabble, so now they've made it a habit of visiting her now and then, just as volunteers. Coaxing her, getting a physiotherapist there, etc., etc. Today, 3 months down the line, Dolly is actually holding a walker and going about. So things like this are happening every day. And we have around us numerous instances of people who are coming to find out what they need to do. Like, there are people with the regressive eye disease, it cannot get any better. And they say, we don't want anything, can you give us a new voice every day? We just want to talk to them. We want to discuss. Hearing the TV and all that is not my cup of tea. So, people in bed with MS, our volunteers go there. They want to read the paper, but they cannot hold it. So, someone holds the paper, they can read it. You know, things, small things like this make differences in lives. It's all about recognizing, aging gracefully is about recognizing the need for acceptance that it is a community service to be able to take care of those in need of care. It's the community and a safe neighborhood and the community ties which bond you to each other. And unless we get into this issue will not be resolved. So now, with this, we started working with some organizations. We don't have a space of our own. We just go to wherever the seniors are. And we have a space where people converge for socializing, for discussing, for chatting. And in fact, always we have a big timetable of today we'll do X, Y, Z. It never happens because the people just want to talk to each other, share their experiences, so we let them do it. Out of the 3 activities, only 1 gets done, but that's fine. Because we are firm believers that socialization and aging are not, go together, but isolation and aging are not for each other. So with this, we have various places where these things happen, some on a Wednesday, some on a Tuesday, some on a Thursday. And people have a choice of going to wherever they are close by. The greatest challenge that we have found here, transportation for seniors to reach. If they can walk it, the footpaths are not safe. If they can, have a chauffeur-driven car, they are lucky. But getting an Uber is also not in the domain of most senior citizens because they depend on a youngster. Beta mere liye book kara do, to fir main chali jaungi. That sort of a thing. So this is happening, and we would like to see adult daycare centers, or let's not call it daycare, it sounds very, recreation centers for senior citizens in every locality. To that end, we are striving hard to create an awareness, to get the youngsters to realize the journey of an adult through the years and reach to where they are. And as a child, having grown up in a household where both my grandmothers were in the same room, they were friends, my mother, an only child, took care of them. So it's a different feeling when you see that bonding of elderly together, the mutual respect, the give and take. So now, when you talk of aging and put a tag of an assisted living facility, a senior citizen home, it's not that. You just have to have a community living in harmony, wherein the neighbors know each other, there are strong ties, youngsters reach out to elders. We often get calls, I need a movie ticket, can you get it for me? I need so-and-so groceries, but I'm not sure of how to do it online. Even that little phone number to Ratnadeep to deliver the goods, they don't trust them sometimes. So there has to be a sort of go-between person who really needs it. And for this, we need the youth to understand and become the vehicle for the ease of the senior citizens. So in this context, we worked with a lot of, Manish has done a lot of survey on senior citizen homes or recreation centers, as I just told you. And then he will tell you about that, but in the meantime, I want to tell you about the slide there. That lady is one amazing lady, Mrs. Moidu. She's been a widow 44 years. By chance, it's her birthday today, so I'm talking about her. She started a movement 12 years ago called Sunshiners, just a group of friends, a handful of friends. It grew. Every month they would meet in one location and they would just have 2 hours of unlimited fun. Over a period of time, it became so big. Homes were not enough to accommodate it. Dobara stepped in. We facilitate wellness, we facilitate well-being. So last month we had this session at Nasser School, and there are no steps there. It's very elder-friendly, and Begum Anis Khan, who's the principal, is also a member. She was not well. She's on a wheelchair. She could also join happily. So these small slots of time wherein you let your hair down, do what you wish to do. There's emphasis on meeting, on talking, on chatting, on displaying your skills to each other. They vie with each other. She writes poetry and she loves reading out her poetry. Someone else comes and says, "Tu mera chand, main teri chandni," and they want to dance to the music. And then there are Antakshari sessions. It's such a joy to see these people, and most of them, this is the only outing in the whole month. They are waiting for this outing. This group is from all walks of life, women all gathering together and doing what they need to do. Now I'll just give it to Manish to talk about the need for recreation centers and his observations while surveying some of these in the city.
Yeah. Thank you, Madin, and good afternoon, everybody. Pleasure to be here. Okay, on the survey part, I'll just start with a brief 30 seconds or maybe more than that about myself. I have only personal experience background in this aging field. I'm an engineer and I was working in the telecommunication space. Personal experiences has got me here. So, I've been observing things. I've been to the US, worked there, came back, and I'm now back in Hyderabad for the last 2.5 years. So, things just happened for me to get into this space with Madin. It all started now with that. I said, why we got into this old age area or the aging space. I was looking at how things have transformed for my dad. And yet to learn how to control myself when I start my intro. This is actually a repeatable activity that has happened, so I need to learn that. Pardon me. So anyways, moving on. So in his overactive, as we used to call him when we were young, and when he retired and came to Hyderabad, I used to say hyperactive, because nothing opens at 7 a.m. in Hyderabad. So that is how the situation was for him, and he used to say, "No worries, I'll walk down." So that is a person who used to just walk down to wherever he used to. And we come from a small town where he was working in a factory. So that is where the whole journey comes from, is what I see, look back at it. So now when we move forward in this space, and I bring all that experiences of mine, and say that let's work in this elderly space. And it all started when I was watching my dad at the hospital bed, saying that, what is he going to do when he gets home? Because he is now dependent and we can get a caregiver at home, but he is not a person who is very much interested in having a caregiver. So that's the journey where we started saying that, and that's when we happened to meet Mateen, and the whole idea of a recreation center for the senior citizens is what it started with. And then the journey began to understand what is happening in our own city across, when we say recreation centers, daycare centers, or welfare centers, you name it, we have it. And there are so many of them, and even GHMC has got close to about 100 of them across the city.
Senior citizen associations.
Yeah, and associations, yes. So I think there was a debate, or there's a discussion going on the engagement of the women, participation of the women. And if you see, the story just continues when you come to these centers. And we have looked at it saying that no, the women in only one out of those centers participate, and the participation is extremely high. And I'll just be open about it. The frank thing is, the president of the association is a lady, and the general secretary is a lady. and that's about it. So this is how the top-down structure has been set up over there, and this I was really relating the Delhi University experiences that were being shared to my experiences when I am going to these centers and trying to see that, how in a different way over a period of time when we get older, we are just following the trend. So now when we introduced ourselves that we are working for the senior citizens, and we pause, we don't say anything after that. Even the well-learned people and the people working in the startup space, because we call ourselves a social startup, and that's how we are growing right now. We have been asked, do you have an old age home? We say no. Do you have an hospice? We say no. तो फिर क्या कर रहे हो? So then we say, want to make sure that aging is fun. किसके लिए? So that is where that's where the story stops. So now, recently, some of you might have experienced month of November, among other things that we do on a personal level at the end of the year, from now until say February, March time frame, is a time when at different organizations, senior citizens go and give their life certificates. Zinda hu. Right? They go to various locations. Suddenly you'll see a burst of activity on the streets. Suddenly pension office के सामने या फिर at Barkatpur ऐसे ये सब कहाँ से आ गए? Why have you all come out on the road and suddenly disturbing the whole tranquility of the space where we were having chai and disturbing ourselves for doing nothing? I was taking my mom. It's a very interesting way that you look at the whole thing when you come from a different field altogether. It's like आप उधर आ जाइए. So last year when my wife and my mom went there, they said मत आना. हम सब ऑनलाइन कर दिए हैं, so you can go and do everything online now. So you can do your life certificate online. Right? Now I go online. Nothing against the government, no advocacy over here, nothing, no pinpointing about anything at all. I'm just trying to see how we are making our lives much more challenging by going online and asking the senior citizens to go online. When the other day this lady called me saying that आशा भोसले का मेरे को वहाँ पे जाना है बेटा, लेकिन मैं टिकट कैसे बुक करूँ? आजकल टिकट कहाँ मिलते हैं? Right? So that's the fun and games that we are creating for ourselves. So if you see, longevity is more like already on us. We are, living longer and longer. But where are we living longer? If we just think about it for a minute, we are living longer in the retirement years going forward. That's how the current 3-stage life says. There's a 3-stage life funda that we are talking about. In the 3rd stage is the stage where you're spending longer and longer hours. But we say don't want to spend there, then you work longer. That means you need to stay fitter longer. That means you need to say that, or you need to stop avoiding getting burned out earlier in your life. Something of that sort has to be done. You need to transition yourself better. So this is the stage and the phase that we have gotten ourselves into. Then we have our every single place where you go. Some of the schools, we do a program at the schools, we'll take the children to the senior citizens, we take senior citizens to the schools also. This school was very apologetic, saying that, you got the senior citizens, chalo lunch ke liye chalte hain. But today the lunch is not in this boardroom, we have it in our regular lunch hall. Oh my God, then it's a long walk for you all and then they have to climb the steps. So we're very apologetic, kya karenge abhi? Humara bole lunch skip kar denge. That is something that we have all done in our life, so our body understands that, doesn't matter the age. So now when we are working with the senior citizens who are our volunteers and who are our core members also, just share one person over there in our team. She has multiple injuries which has created fractures and then recovered from that. She's an amazing talent with crafts and arts and all that. Give her something, she'll come out with an output, and she says how we can get into the children, and she's been doing it for so many years in the school. Saying that, thankfully I got connected with you all. Otherwise, I was literally getting depressed and lonely at home. What to do next? We're not talking much about this, but what I am trying to point out over here is the centers are there, they are available, but participation is not more than 5% or 4% or 6% over there. And this professor from a reputed university, she is a retired professor, part of the membership over there. I do not want to play carom board in that place. I don't like chess. I want to contribute or participate something else that I love to do. And that is where we are talking about. And that is why I was giving those examples, saying that This is the space we are in. People are willing to contribute at different ages and they are actually open to do those things. Yes, transportation is a challenge. We do understand that. At my stage also, I will not walk around in certain areas and people looking at my hairstyle, they say that, "Kahan nikal gaya?" So that challenge I also face every day. But what are we doing and creating or not creating for ourselves? Now take a pause here and let's walk 20 years ahead in time with these existing systems, which are now going to be smart cities. What have we made smarter for? The younger generation? But what about the place people in the older generation? So I say, I am very much worried because these people, the elder generation has already figured out under so many changes that they have gone through in their life that they have taken it in their stride. But the next generation, I'm in with a sandwich right now. So the next generation, what will they do? How will they do when they grow older? They will figure it out something for themselves. But what can we do to the young elders here right now is where we are looking at. So we are more of a social participation area. And that's what we are focusing on.
Another activity that is very popular in our senior centers is helping the elders with Aaj WhatsApp kho gaya, my contacts are gone, using the smartphones. They have one-on-one sessions with our volunteers, and the same children who are not patient at home, when they come as volunteers and try and teach them, these youngsters are very good with them. So we have to figure this out again as to why this thing is happening. And I just invite all of you to Dobara as a platform wherein you throw your ideas, we get together, we discuss, you suggest, we listen, and we implement whatever is coming out of it. As a city, we have to make our Hyderabad a safe city, a senior-friendly city. We wish to call it an elder-friendly city. But it has to have the requisite infrastructure for our elders to feel safe. The other day in a very prestigious, crowded locality, complex, a lady fell down from her bed and for 5 hours she was on the floor until the child who used to go to work in a BPO came back and saw that the grandmother was on the floor. See, there's no help we have. People are being lonely, like they are living alone at night. I have innumerable waiting lists on my thing saying, can someone come and spend the night with me just as a companion? I don't want to be in an emergency situation if I'm alone at home. So we have to think about these things and well, and I invite you all as youngsters, because the majority of you have not touched the half century as well. So what I want to tell you is, reach out to Dobara with your ideas, with your innovative suggestions, and we'll work towards a senior-friendly city. Thank you. I wish to thank Anant and Bhashwati for this opportunity. And any suggestions or any questions? Or Anant, you would like to add something?
I just actually wanted to say one very simple thing. We've heard a lot about the demographic dividend. And one of the things that we have been trying to figure out over the last 3 or 4 years is, what does this demographic dividend really mean? Do we have a very large number of young people? Does that mean that we don't have that many older people? What is happening between these two different generations? What kinds of things do people need to learn? What kinds of new interactions need to be created? How does gender, how does class, how does caste, all of these things, specificity of location, all of these things actually change that question of what does the demographic dividend really mean, right? So that's the reason why we are constantly looking out for ways of restructuring that question, answering that question in multiple ways. And one of our discoveries was this initiative which has been not specific to one particular location, not specific to one particular place, but attempting to create a culture of caring, attempting to create a culture of interaction between generations. And in that sense, it's been a great fortune for us to be getting to know about what you people are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.